Wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso.
Extreme situations require extreme measures.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea.
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Cobra Kai Karate. And I have to forgive, my voice is shot. I was screaming, I was crying, I was laughing, I was mad, I was happy, I was sad. It was literally in 5 hours. I went through more emotions than I probably went in my whole freaking life. So you're going to have to forgive me. Guys, this season, this is a spoiler review. If you've not seen the season, click off right now. You do not want to get spoiled. This is an amazing season. You have to check it out for yourself. Please click off. But you've seen all 10 episodes. We covered all spoilers. I don't know where to begin. I'm gonna build up because there are some problems I have this season. We're gonna build from the stuff I do not like, the stuff that is all right, and then the stuff that I love. That's the stuff I do not like. First thing, we're talking about the first episode. The first episode, well, not just the first 2 episodes. The Mexico storyline was wasted. It was really short. They did nothing really to it. I don't know why they had to bring up that big twist at the end if they're going to do something that small. All they really did was bring them to Mexico, yeah, your dad's bad, leave, and they don't even bring it up. So I don't get what the point of that whole Mexico trip was, except bringing more people together. It seemed just a little weird. And it just seemed like not as exciting as I thought that whole Mexico thing was going to be. It still had its moments, but it was a little weird. Also, stuff seemed really, really rushed in the first episode. Johnny and Robbie, we don't even see Johnny go up to Robbie, ask him to leave, and I feel like Robbie's just like he's like all cool about it like pretty soon. Like I feel like he'd be a little more hesitant of all this stuff because like he was like hating his dad like with all the emotion and like he just chill with him now. I feel like there's be a little bit more there. I feel like there's a couple stuff was just a little rust in the first couple moments. Moving on to the next thing. This is early on in the season, but it's the whole thing with Miguel and Sam. I thought it was good at first. That scene in episode 2 or 3 was so emotional. It was so sad, and I do get Sam's point, and that's what I did. That's the fear I made about Sam's relationship. I don't think they'll break up. I do think they'll take a break, though. But the way they did it a little weird, and they also made it in that one scene, which made me so mad, when Miguel just starts kissing this random girl. Here's my reaction to this scene.
No! What the frick? Oh my gosh, what the hell?
It's so unnecessary to do this. What was the point of that? Even now we're at the finale, right? We see them and they're all good now and they love each other. What was the point of putting that in the season? What was the point? There's none. And I do not know why they had to like rattle up this more love drama as we're getting to the climax of the season, the best part of the whole season, the finale. We're trying to bring up love drama. Come on, that I did not like. Moving on, Kenny. Sorry guys, Kenny was a complete jerk. Literally didn't seem like the main character. Didn't seem like the character he was at all. I did like his switch a little bit at the end, but like he was just a jerk. And guys, freaking no one made me so mad in the season in like episode 8 when he's about to fight Hawk. He's about to fight Hawk, right? Hawk says like I'm done. I'm gonna be the Hawk now. We have this awesome scene. Hawk is Hawk. This is the big bad character. He is the champion. This is a character that Kenny should not get a hit on him. And Kenny does this dumb bullcrap move. He starts breathing out, and then he just like forget about him. Hawk didn't have too much this season. He didn't have any arcs. He was really just there, and he didn't even really do too much in the finale. So I feel like that was just stupid. And Hawk and Kenny, this like kid who's been training for like not even a year, just beats like this literally the legend Hawk, just like that. It just seemed like really stupid, and I don't think they should have done that. Fourth fall, coming back to that little thing in episode 8, Cobra Kai paying off the ref again. Seriously, that was stupid. I'm sorry, but if Cobra Kai is supposed to be this one big empire, intimidating stuff, and you're just making them seem like cowards from paying off the stuff, because that's what they feel like. They don't feel like people that are actually tough and strong. They're just paying off the judges. Like, if you're trying to make them come off this big intimidating empire, but you make them just like they're too scared to lose this, pay off judges for like the 5th time. Like, come on. I feel like that was stupid. They should not have done that. And it was just like really exhausting. And those are a couple of problems I have with the season. Besides that, there's a couple other stuff that just seemed a little off. there's certain like stuff that happened this season that had nothing to do with the season. Like I'm pretty sure like was it Hawk and Tori have like a slide race. There's a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff to sort of just get mixed up in this season, and I feel like it could have been an easy fix, and I don't know why they did it. But let's get on the stuff. I'm not gonna get into stuff that I love. I'm just getting into stuff that I want to talk about this season. I want to talk about Hawk first. His mohawk. We all thought it was blue, right? We all thought it was green. In that picture, we all thought it was blue in the trailer. It actually was green. So he gets a green mohawk for like 5 minutes, and then he gets a blue mohawk. I'm confused. Just pick a color, Eli. Gosh. It was weird. Moving on to some other stuff. I'm gonna get into stuff I loved. We're just gonna get right into it. Alright, we're gonna start with characters. I'm just gonna start with we'll start with Mike Barnes. We're gonna start with Mike Barnes. You have no idea how excited I was for Mike Barnes. So excited. So freaking excited. Here is my reaction to seeing Mike Barnes for the first time. Here it is.
Yo! Oh my gosh! No freaking way! Yo! Oh, no way. Yo! No way!
This bad boy. Yeah, he does not look so bad to me.
Yo!
That guy tried to kill me once. You don't forget or forgive something like that.
Yo!
Literally, never felt more excited in my whole life. I love Sean Kanan as an actor. I had the privilege of interviewing him. He's the nicest guy in like the whole world. He plays Mike Barnes so well this season. And I love how they not just make him just a bad villain. And everybody, and I know I made this prediction, like he could be a good guy. A lot of people disagree with that. But he was. And I love how they did it. Him and Daniel sort of bonding. I do believe, I do think it was a little stupid how he like in there for like episode 3, then he just goes in the blue to like the way finale. That was a little unnecessary. And that's just another big problem with the season. The pacing was not that well. They have a really hard time balancing characters and how much screen time they have. Like I said, more episodes or longer episodes. That's all. That's the easiest fix. Because clearly there's more story, and you can't just put it all in this little stuff. You do it really well, and it's really good, but it could be so much more if you just give it time to just breathe. Have it, you don't rush through the plots. Have it, characters show them more. And, you know, back to Mike Barnes. I love Sean Kanan's role. He brought so much charisma, so fun. In the finale, he was so fun to watch. Mike Barnes, so happy he's back. Even though he's more of a good guy, he's still the same person. And I love when films do that or TV shows where they have a character that can have a redemption, but it's not a different person. You can have depth on the character without changing the character. And that's what they did with Mike Barnes, and Sean Kanan knocked it out of the park. It was outstandingly good. Alright, on to Daniel LaRusso. Like I've been saying, this guy's going to have one of his best arcs yet. And his arc was amazing. I loved his arc where he just wanted to go after Silver. And in that one scene where Amanda leaves him, it was written so well. And Amanda leaving him with the kids, him getting depressed, him going after Silver because he attacked his family, him not caring anymore. That fight scene was insane. And it was just insane. And then him after just feeling this defeat, like he lost and he doesn't care for it anymore, and him getting back into it, Robbie coming back to him and calling him sensei, that was just amazing. And him coming back to it just felt so good. On to our next, Johnny. The big thing that's happened, Johnny's having a kid. Blew my freaking mind. I cannot believe this is happening. I am so excited. They did it so well. The only thing I will say is bad about it, it seemed like really big early on, and we just forgot about it and brought it back in the end, which I know is more important stuff happening, but I feel like it should still be a recurring thing happening. But I guess they probably need a longer episode for that or more screen time. But I am so stoked for next season of them exploring. Maybe they'll have the kid next season. I'm so excited. Love Johnny's role. Love his relationship with Carmen. Him trying to balance the relationship with Robbie and Robbie and Miguel and everything they've done there. Him and Chosen interacting and Mike Barnes fighting. So good. Moving on to our next character. I want to talk about this. It's not a character, it's just a situation. Jessica Anderson. Is it Jessica Anderson? I don't know. Jessica. Oh my gosh. I never thought in a million years they would bring Jessica back. Nor did I even really want it. Jessica's a cool character in Karate Kid Part 3, but I don't think it was necessary to bring her back. Just as it's not necessary to bring out like the next Karate Kid people like Ned or Colonel Dugan. Maybe Julia Peters, but Ned, Colonel Dugan, it's just not necessary. But they found a way to make it seem natural. And because she is related to Amanda. It also shows you how Amanda and Daniel met. Because Amanda and Jessica are cousins. Which just blows my mind how that actually, it just blew my mind. I was in so much shock when I saw that. I was like, what the frick? Insane. Jessica, the whole thing was done well. Loved it. Next character, I actually just want to talk about Amanda real quick. Done very well. Not a huge big arc, but her just corping into more like this needs to end. Loved it. On to Tori. Oh my, her arc was one of the best ever. Dude, her wanting to be in Cobra Kai, her being manipulated by Cobra Kai, her trying to help with John Kreese, then John Kreese sort of betraying her in a way, and then all sorts of stuff happening. When Sam and Tori started interacting, they started fighting Kim. I know I'm all over the place, but started fighting Kim Jong-un, teaming up with each other, just having interaction, just having Sam run over and say, "Tori, you're right." That felt so good. Oh my gosh, love it, love it, love it. So happy that they've done this season. It's amazing. Tori was done so well. That Quicksilver method was so brutal. One of the most brutal things in the whole show. I think that finale, what Johnny did was insane. But dude, that was so brutal, so tragic, and her whole arc this season was so well for breaking from the lies of Terry Silver. Love it. On to Sam. Loved her this season so well. Her feeling guilty and her feeling she let down her team and her trying to figure out who she is, like her legacy, and trying to figure out her relationship with Miguel, her not caring about the drama, her trying to get back into the karate, and all this stuff happening, her sort of forgiving Tori, all this stuff happening was so well, and it was done very well. Mary Malizer knocked out the park of her acting, done so well. On to Miguel. Like the whole Mexico stuff was a little wasted. I did like the stuff a little bit. His dad Hector had them cool scenes, but nothing too much there. Miguel this season didn't have too much stuff that was big. I do not like how they did that. It actually made me really mad how he started like, just getting this kissing this random girl. It didn't feel like that's the thing that Miguel would do. But Miguel's season was pretty good. Liked it. Hawk a little didn't do too much, but it was still pretty awesome. But they really underestimated Hawk, especially when Kenny beat him. Alright, now on to Robbie. Loved Robbie. Well, just Robbie Miguel. Them fighting, them coming better people, them forgiving each other, them understanding their point of views. Robbie just seeking for the lies and beat himself. Loved it so well. It would seem a little rushed in the beginning, but still, Tanner Buchanan did so good. Alright, now we're talking about the one and only John Kreese. Now, we didn't see him until like episode 5 or 6. What surprised the frick out of me. We saw him, and he's in jail, and his scenes in jail, I cry like a baby. I've always loved John Kreese. He's always just a misunderstood soldier. That's how I always looked at John Kreese. And what they're doing with that, especially even in therapy, when they had that one thing where he's literally talking to Betsy. He's talking to, well, of course, it's a dream illusion, but still, Betsy, he's talking to Captain Turner, he's talking to Terry Silver, young Johnny, that deep fake looks so good, by the way. Him talking to Tori, him talking to his own younger self, that one fight scene where it turns to his younger self, because that can just be him like he's turning back to that good heart he used to be. I love that so much. John Kristoff in jail, you can see his redemption growing. And even when Johnny came to him and like when Johnny came to him and said, like, we're gonna forget about you, that really hurt. I wish Johnny would have been more open-minded. Even Daniel, when he just left him in prison, I actually felt bad for him a lot in that scene. It was just really sad. And we got some more flashbacks of young Johnny and young Kreese. We actually know that, because it was a little unsure, that they actually got trained by Kim Jong-un, Kim Sung-young, the creator of Cobra Kai, who invented the style. All we knew that they know the style from Captain Turner, because Captain Turner got trained by Kim Sung-young. But we see him in 1980, like 4 years before the Karate Kid, going to Kim Sung-young and training Terry Silver. The only thing I have a problem with those scenes, it does not feel like John Kreese and Terry Silver in the Karate Kid films. It's completely different characters. They're all nice, little, haha. That was nothing like John Kreese in the Karate Kid. That's only like 4 years before. I don't buy it. I hope they do more of that switching to the side and how he switched. We saw Sato again. We basically saw Sato. We saw a scene in like episode 2, a little prequel thing. No, it was just a little more flashback of Chosen Team. We saw more Sato. Loved that. The actor plays him. Got Sato down perfectly. Loved it very much. All right, what character do we talk about now? Chosen. Gotta talk about Chosen. Wow, Chosen. Actually, take it back a step. We need to talk about John Kreese again. I just forgot a huge thing. As they're leading up to his redemption, first off, I start crying. You can actually find my reaction on this on my old video. I start crying like a baby in that where I start playing. And now the end is near. So good. And then at the end, I know what happens at the way end of the season, but I want to tell you how I felt the moment when they killed John Kreese. I know they didn't actually kill him, but I'm just telling you what I thought in the moment. They stab him and they leave him there dead. In my mind, they killed John Kreese because he's laying there, he looks out cold, and I was like, let me tell you this. This is what I'll say in my head right now. You're gonna kill the most iconic character, the most slopiest way, by some random bum in prison with like a freaking fork. Are you kidding me? As you're leading to his redemption, you're gonna kill him off. Now I know they had this big twist at the end, but still, that made me so mad. It really just sort of messed with the finale a little bit. Like, the finale is huge. I loved it. But, like, I was sitting there just disappointed. Like, this finale is crazy. I was freaking out. But, like, this didn't have the right energy in the air. Me knowing or thinking that happened. But at the end, dude, I freaked out. I was so happy. Cannot wait for John Kreese next season. Oh, it was awesome. On to the next. Now we need to talk about Chosen. Chosen brought in, he was awesome. Well, his first scene's like naked in the pool. I don't know what that was about. But, dude, Chosen was awesome this season. The most awesome sensei. I love how they give him actual character, more arcs to him. And also, I find out that he sort of has feelings for Komako. And just him helping Daniel, helping Johnny. And he's so funny, too. He's hilarious. Like, watching that one TV show. I watched that one, like, little TV show. Was so funny. Chosen was so good this season. I loved them in that final fight. The final fight we're going to talk about separately. But, dude, holy frick. All right, on to Terry Silver. Terry Silver is my second favorite character. Because I love to hate him. This season, I just hated him. I didn't love to hate him. I hated Terry Silver this season. He was fun to watch because Thomas Griffin is amazing. But I actually hated him. Especially when he started doing all this dumb stuff like mess with Daniel's family. Or even like, not even that. Just more of like paying off the referee and all this stuff. It was just, that was like, oh my god, I hate it. Like, what are... When we get to the finale, he is freaking evil. Literally having a sword fight. Freaking murdering. Like, literally about to murder. And like, oh my gosh, dude. Off the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life on television. That was insane. Thomas E. Griffin literally became a psychopath. I'm not saying Thomas E. Griffin is a psychopath, but dude, I was actually scared. That was insane. Alright. I know we still need to talk a lot more characters, but I'm just going to talk about the finale. I don't care. Holy frick. Dude. I'm going to talk about the adults first. They're inside this car, listen to Eye of the Tiger. First, I love all the Rocky reference. I'm a huge Rocky fan. That's my favorite thing by everything. Love all the Rocky reference they do. But, dude, they are in a car. It gets hijacked by Mike Barnes. They get in this huge fight. Eventually, they just leave. They leave Daniel there. Then they're at, like, Amanda's house. They're beating up all the teenagers or something. And then Daniel gets there by Stingray. Stingray actually had a lot of emotional stuff to him this season, which I really liked. And I liked how they took his character pretty more serious. Hey, we got Stingray back. That's also really cool. So, the finale was brutal as hell. I actually like brutal stuff, but, dude, what the... Dude, they literally chopped off Trilon Woodley's finger, blood squirting everywhere. They're literally about to kill Johnny. They're literally about to kill him. It looks like the baby gets up, just beats the frick out of it. Oh my gosh. The adrenaline rush of that. Dude, holy frick. Dude, they're literally like slicing Chosen in half. Yo, I was losing my mind. Dude, Daniel. So they're in this huge fight. Everyone betrays. Not even betray. They all like leave Terry Silver alone after they found out about that. Terry Silver's like insane. He's like all sweaty and insane. Him and Daniel fight, and then he does the crane kick. We see the crane kick by Daniel. Boom, kick him in the face. They drop his gi at him, and dude, the season was amazing. Had a couple of problems, little pace problems, but all in all, this is probably the most exciting seasons yet. And I know. In 1 month, October 9th, I'm going to do an ultimate review because I just watched it. I'm going to watch like 20 more times. It took me a while to process it. But I'm going to have my ultimate review. I'm going to give my full opinion on it, which I'll come in 1 month. But right now, the season's crazy. I still think I like season 3 more. But this is by far the craziest, most awesome season we've had of Cobra Kai ever. Can't wait for season 6. I'm guessing that I'm actually really curious what they do season 6 because all the students left. So now I'm really confused, but we'll find out one day. I'll see you guys next time. Always remember, extreme situations require extreme measures. Peace.